Hi, welcome to the Niels Homestead, and today we are back on the homestead. We've been doing a lot of things around here the last few days. The weather's getting nicer, intermixed with some nastiness and really strong wind like we had the other day, but we've been accomplishing a lot. We unfortunately had lost most of our chickens while we were living at the house that we were flipping. We let them partially fend for themselves, and most of them didn't do very good. So we've recently acquired some more. I'm very happy to have them again, getting fresh eggs. So we're gonna show you what we've got going on, and Haven's gonna help us. We bought 16 layer hens. We paid about $8 a piece for them. It's okay. Yay! Go closer. Back here, chickies.
Are they gonna peck me?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Go out and
ouch! Ouch!
Chick, chick, chicken. See? Yay! Good chicken. We also have 2 male and 4 female ducks. We've had them for a couple years now. They were running around free and survived just fine. We didn't lose any of them, but they did lose all of their babies last year. Right now we have one sitting on a nest right here. She's been here probably a week and a half with these eggs under her. So they pull feathers out and line the nest with feathers so it's more insulated and softer for the eggs. Let me see if she'll let me check under her. So we mark the eggs that we're going to keep with an X, so that we know which ones belong and which ones don't, because the other chickens and the ducks will continue laying eggs under this duck because they want their eggs hatched. But we just keep pulling the new ones out and leave the old ones. So we're now getting plenty of eggs. We're really happy. We've got a big family and we eat a lot of eggs. And with 16 layers, we get more than a dozen every day. Since we have 16, we get quite a few eggs. Usually they'll lay a little bit less than 1 per day per bird. I know many people are, but I'd encourage you, if you have the ability at all to get some chickens, you should become just that much more self-sufficient. It's one more thing that we can do. For feed, we feed some commercial layer pellet usually. But we also bring out all of our compost scraps, all of our leftover food stuff, peelings, any of that. We bring it out here. We basically use the chicken house as a compost pile, and they pick through and eat everything they want, and then the rest of it composts. I'm really happy with these birds that we got. They're like super friendly. This one. She's not friendly.
Are they friendly?
They are really friendly. Comparative perfect. As chickens go, they're super friendly. Like, it's not just every chicken that you can just pet or reach down and pick up and they don't squawk and everything. This is the one rooster that survived, and right now he is dusting himself. Chickens do that. They find a dusty spot and they'll kind of wallow out a hole and make the dust, and they put it inside their feathers close to their skin, and it helps protect them from mites and other parasites that get in there, kind of like lice. So I'll show you what we have in one of our greenhouses after we put the sawdust in this one, which we had in a different video. We let it sit for a while, and now we've got some spring crops in. I've been watering it in here, so it's a little bit wet. These down here on this end are kale, and it says a curly kale. I'm not sure exactly what variety that is. They're doing really well. They have grown a lot since we planted them, and I think they're really taking root and thriving. And then next in the row we have broccoli, and they seem to also be doing pretty good, except for a couple of the plants have had some trouble of some sort. A few others besides broccoli as well. Something has come in here and bitten some of the leaves off. Some bug, I'm guessing. Like this one over here. Well, here's a little grasshopper that I haven't seen before. Grasshoppers will eat plants up like that, but this mostly doesn't look like grasshopper damage to me. It's more the stem gets cut off right at the ground. So I've got to figure out what that is. Down a little further we have some cauliflower. And we didn't do a lot of it because cauliflower seems to be really hit and miss whether you get a good product or not. If they don't really thrive, the leaves don't cover them, they don't stay white, they turn more like broccoli. And then at the end we have two more crops. We have cabbage, and then we have kohlrabi down there at the end. Kohlrabi, if you're not familiar with it, is a member of the kohl family, and as it grows above ground it will make almost like, it looks kind of like a tuber, but with the leaves shooting off of it, a big bulb looking thing that when you peel it, it's crisp and kind of cabbagey flavored. Let's go to the other greenhouse and I'll show you what we have there. Haven loves coming in the greenhouses, especially when it's cold, and playing in here. And the sawdust is like a big sandbox for her. She definitely doesn't stay clean though. I would really recommend, if you have a good source of sawdust available, it works great for us. A lot of people say don't use it in the garden, but I haven't had any of those problems. We're still in the process of adding more sawdust to this one. We've got compost and most of the hay that we need down in the middle row and the other side row. This side's all done, and we have planted about 1,000 onions in this side of the building. There's 4 to 5 rows depending on where it's at. We're using drip irrigation. I've got a feeder hose at the other end of the building, and in these they have a little hole in them that drips the water out every so often, and that gives it a nice slow water which soaks into the ground real good, versus if you try to water it on top with a hose or with buckets, it actually packs the soil down. Over here on this side I've got a bunch of radishes coming up. Intermixed with them there's some lettuce, and there should be some pak choi, and if they come up, there's carrots in there somewhere. So that's it for today, and that's kind of some of what we've got going on the farm. We'll keep you updated on what we plant throughout the year and how our harvests go and our other projects that we have going on. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.